Ladies and gentlemen, you've just missed a wonderful negative cross-examination from Katie Crawshaw, my bad. She followed through very well, needed to pick up the pace a little bit in the causal questions, but then once she got into it, she rolled. Key thing, she missed the anecdotal question on proofs 1 and 2, the second contention, but because she had time left, she went back and asked them. So I'd rather have you go back and ask them than not ask them. Okay. However, anecdotal oofer, anecdotal oofer, anecdotal oofer. If you get that in your brain, it comes out that way for each one. Okay. So well done. Good morning, Valeria. You were here, then you were gone, then you were here, then you were gone. I didn't hear anything from Valeria. I don't know. Is you?
I'm here.
Uh,
I had to take my nephew to school real quick.
Okay. Well, welcome. And the answer, Brianna, is yes. Okay. Just so you know. So shoot me an email and we'll fix the time. Brianna's having Chrome issues. Good morning, Zaylin. Okay. My name's Stephanie.
Hi, Stephanie.
My proposition, net neutrality should have its own constitutional right in the Bill of Rights. By net neutrality, free internet without any favoritism, and having its own right in the Bill of Rights is that it will go through a constitutional convention and then voted on by 35 plus states to approve, and it'll become one of our Bill of Rights. My contention, oddly enough, net neutrality is beneficial. My first proof from an excellent source says net neutrality prevents internet service providers from creating fast lanes. These are lanes that give faster delivery of content to companies who pay the ISP more money to do so. So they come up first and they come up often. My second proof from an excellent source. The open internet allows people of color to tell their own stories and to organize for racial justice. When activists are able to turn out thousands of people in the street at a moment's notice, it's because the internet service providers aren't allowed to block their messages or websites. And my last proof from an excellent source says, net neutrality preserves undistorted consumer freedom of choice. At the same time, net neutrality facilitates a level playing field for political interactions and enhances freedom through the social interaction of the internet. We're now open for cross-X.
Yay.
Yay.
Hey, who wants it, James?
I'll take it. So you did not meet your prima facie requirement. You needed 2 contentions with 3 proofs each, and it's too late to add it anymore.
Okay.
And your prop was the net neutrality should have its own constitution, and
Its own right in our Bill of Rights, yes.
Okay. And you defined the Bill of Rights and the net neutrality.
Mm-hmm.
And your first contention was net neutrality is beneficial.
Yes.
For proof 1, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. And since you only gave us one form of evidence, that's a form of a hasty generalization, and hasty generalization is a form of a logic, so we can't accept a logical proof. For proof 2, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. And again, you only gave us one form of evidence, and that's a form of hasty generalization. And hasty generalization is a form of a logic, and we can't accept a logical proof.
Okay.
For proof 3, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal and I don't accept anecdotal proof. And again, only one form of proof was given, and that's a form of beg 3. Okay.
They give
So
undistorted consumer freedom of choice, creates a neutrality, creates a level playing field for political interaction, and it enhances freedom through social interaction.
okay. I already asked anecdotal. And do these benefits cause benefits?
Does net neutrality?
Does net neutrality cause these benefits?
Yes.
Does it cause these benefits all the time?
No.
What percent of the time do these benefits cause?
Does net neutrality cause these benefits? I don't know.
Does net neutrality cause these benefits?
Don't know.
And are there any other causes for these benefits?
Yep.
Because you have not ruled out alternative causality, I cannot accept your proof.
So when you figure it, because you have to do the first part with respect to the prop, defs, all that fun stuff. If they get 4 minutes to say their things and they have 2 contentions, the odds are good that they spent less than 2 minutes on each contention. Okay. If on your time, when I'm going to say it aloud, when I say you have 2 minutes left or 1 minute left, just realize that when I say you have 2 minutes left, you should be in the first proof of the second contention. Okay. If you're not, you need to pick it up a little. Okay. In this case, you were dead on half. So you would have gotten a second contention with no problem. So good. So Katie's gone. James is gone. Okay. My name is Saul.
Hi, Saul.
What's up? My proposition, all US soldiers should be pulled out of Iraq. By US soldiers, I mean members of the US military. By pulled out of Iraq, to get them out of the country of Iraq where they are still fighting to this day. My contention, many soldiers are losing their lives. My first proof from an excellent source said at least 4,245 members of the US military have died in Iraq since March 2003. My second proof from an excellent source says there's been approximately 4,300 deaths of US soldiers and approximately 30,000 have been wounded. My last proof from an excellent source says there have been 4,558 coalition deaths, 4,242 Americans, 2 Australians, 1 Azerbaijani, 178 Britons, 13 Bulgarians, 1 Czech, 7 Danes, 2 Dutch, 2 Estonians, 1 Fijian, 5 Georgians, 1 Hungarian, 33 Italians, 1 Kazakhstani, 1 Korean, 3 Latvian, 22 Poles, 3 Romanians, 5 Salvadorans, 4 Slavics, 11 Spaniards, 2 Thai, and 18 Ukrainians have been killed as well. Now open for cross X.
Yay.
Yay.
Jacob with a K, you're number 1.
Okay, you failed to meet your prima facie responsibility because you were supposed to have 2 contentions with 3 proofs each.
Oh, wait a minute. We should also pull out because our work there is done. My first proof from an excellent source says, what do you say in 1 sentence, Jacob with a K?
My time, Tom.
No, you say it's too late to add it now.
Oh, it's too late to add it now, my bad.
Okay, so go ahead.
Your proposition was all US soldiers should be pulled out of Iraq.
Mhm.
You defined US soldiers and pulled out of Iraq. Your contention, many soldiers are losing their lives.
Mhm.
So for your first proof, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. You also only gave one form of evidence, which is a hasty generalization, which is a form of a logic, and we do not accept a logical proof. For proof 2, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. You also only gave 2 forms of evidence, which is a hasty generalization, which is a form of logic, and I do not accept a logical proof. For proof 3, I still think that's only one form, or no. Did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. It's still only one form of evidence, which is a hasty generalization. And that's a form of logic, and I do not accept a logical proof.
Minute 24. See, piece of cake, huh?
I had a
Mhm.
question.
I have an answer.
So, well, for the 3, I got begging the question because the first 2 was the contention link, and begging the question, and the last one was contention link, right?
Yeah, the first 2 were begging the question because they simply repeated the
Yeah.
contention. And the last one was both.
Oh, it was both? Okay.
Yeah, because it said 4,242 Americans have died. So that's just simply repeating. And then the rest of it has nothing to do with the contention.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I was watching you guys and you were going, oh my God, I can't get all this. Oh my God. And it's like, it had nothing to do with the contention.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, so go either way on that. They are also hasty generalizations as well. So pick the one that stands out and go for it. Well, I think we've done this one before, but you know, what the hell. My name is Jacques.
Hi.
Hi, Shake.
What's up? My prop is that healthy foods should be made less expensive. By healthy foods, I mean low energy dense food that have health giving qualities. And to be made less expensive, I say that they cost less than processed food. My contention, it costs more money to eat healthy. My first proof from an excellent source says eating a healthy diet rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, fish, and nuts cost about $1.50 more per day per person than eating an unhealthy diet of processed food and refined grains. That comes out to $2,200 a year for a family of 4. My second proof from an excellent source says a 2,000 calorie diet would cost $3.52 if it consists all of junk food. But a 2,000 calorie diet for healthy food is $36.32 a day. So there's a $32 plus difference. And my last proof from an excellent source says in Winco Foods in Visalia, California at Caldwell Avenue, open 24 hours, sells 1 pound of fresh fish for $7.98. A box of 10 frozen fish fillets, which is crappier, is $4.97. So to eat healthy, you have to pay more. I'm now open for cross X.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay, so Brianna's not here. Valeria, all yours.
You didn't meet your prima facie responsibility. You didn't have 2 contentions and 3 proofs for each, so it's too late to add it now. Your proposition was healthy foods should be made less expensive. You defined healthy foods and less expensive.
Yep.
Your contention was it costs more money to eat healthy.
Yep.
Did they give us any proof
For what?
for your first proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. Don't remember. Does eating healthy? Could you repeat the first proof?
Yes, eating a healthy diet rich in fresh fruits, vegetables, fish, and nuts costs $1.50 more per day per person than eating an unhealthy diet of processed food and refined grains. So it comes out to $2,200 more expensive to eat healthy.
That's a hasty generalization because you only gave me two proofs, and that's a form of illogic, and I don't accept a logical proof.
Okay,
Your second proof, did it give us any proof?
that's what they said.
That's a form, that's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof.
Mhm.
For your second proof, it was also a hasty generalization because I only got one proof, and that's form of illogic, and I don't accept a logical proof.
Mhm.
For your third proof, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof.
Mhm.
It's also a hasty generalization because I only got two proofs, and that's a form of illogic, and I don't accept a logical proof.
Okay. 205. So you're in the time really well. However, we seem, both classes seem to be enamored of the hasty generalization. Okay. Is it? Yeah. But if I contend it costs more money to eat healthy, and my proof says it costs more money to eat healthy, what illogic is that?
Begging the question.
Because I'm just simply repeating the contention. So again, as you're flowing, listen to the proof. Is it not linking or simply repeating the contention is the first thought. Okay. And because those would be begging the question. If there's one or two things, then you go hasty G, and then three or more is usually causal. So with that in mind, if they have a contention like this, it costs more money versus what we're used to. It's harmful or beneficial. Okay. Where with those, you mark them down. There's a benefit, there's a benefit, there's a harm, there's a harm. And so you can find out if it's begging the question, or I mean, if it's a hasty generalization or causal, really easy. In this one, because it costs more money. Okay. And all I did was said it costs more money. So I'm just simply repeating. Okay? Just another way to look at it. So don't get enamored with the hasty G. Okay? Let's see. My name is Sitlali.
Hi,
That's
so
all.
So, my proposition, everyone should drink green tea. By everyone, I mean any person of any age that can drink green tea. And by green tea, a type of tea that is made from the Camellia sinensis leaves. My contention, drinking green tea is beneficial. Okay. My first proof comes from an excellent source, which says, green tea helps to stabilize the sugar in our blood system. My second proof from an excellent source says green tea enhances our brain's cognitive functions, and that leads to helping enhance our memory. And my last proof from an excellent source says green tea has been shown to activate our internal cancer-fighting enzymes, which then goes on to hinder tumor growth. I'm now open for cross X.
yay.
Yay. Zay, that was really good, guys. I got one yay. Come on, there's 7 of you. 6 of you. Zaylin, rock and roll.
Okay, so to start off, you didn't meet your prima facie responsibility, which was 2 contentions and 3 proofs, but I'm gonna rip it up anyways.
Oh, well, I got it. Hang on.
I'm sorry, you can't.
Why not?
All right, to continue,
You have to say it's too late to add it now.
Oh, okay, it's too late to add it now.
Okay.
To continue, you have for your proposition, everyone should drink green tea. You defined everyone in green tea. Your contention was drinking tea is beneficial. For your first proof, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal and I do not accept anecdotal proof. For your first one, you only gave us one form of evidence, which is
Mhm.
generalization. So that's a form of a logic. And wait, give me 1 second. It's a form of a logic and I can't accept illogical proofs.
Good.
Your second one, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal and I do not accept anecdotal proof. Once again, you gave us only one form of evidence, which is hasty generalization, which is a form of a logic, and I cannot accept illogical proof.
Mhm.
And then lastly, once again, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal and I do not accept anecdotal proof. Unfortunately, it's another hasty generalization because it's only one form of evidence.
Mhm.
That's illogical and I cannot accept illogical proof.
Good. Plenty of time to go. Excuse me. Now, you and there's a guy named Dale in my other class really loved the phrase, but I'm going to rip it up anyway. Okay. If I don't have a second contention, how would you rip it up? Okay. So if it's prima facie issue, okay, you just point that out and move on. If it's a bad prop, because it doesn't ask for a change, then you're supporting the status quo and I thank you, but Tom's going to make me rip you up anyway. Okay. If you have a bad contention proposition link, you don't have an argument for the proposition, but Tom's going to make me to rip you up anyway. That's where that comes in, but not for prima facie. All righty. My name is Max.
Yeah.
So, proposition, the penny should be removed from US currency. By the penny, I mean the 1 cent coin, and removed from the US currency to get rid of it. My contention, the penny is useless. My first proof from an excellent source says pennies are so hard to spend that many people don't even bother to use them. My second proof from an excellent source says the US cent or the penny coin has almost no purchasing power, making it useless in today's economy. And my last proof from an excellent source, all other forms of coinage, quarters, dimes, nickels, 50-cent pieces, etc., keep circulating, so they last a while in the economy. But pennies disappear, and they disappear because they are more trouble than what they are worth. Now open for cross X.
Yay.
Nickel, rip and tear.
I can't. I had surgery and I'm under pain meds still.
I'm on pain meds.
No, I'm on a lot of pain meds.
All right, well then we will leave you aside. You can just watch the
I'm-
recording later.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just wanting to hear it to
Okay. To see if you guess right.
No, I usually hear everything and get it, but as soon as you call me, I get nervous and then I start losing my
That's
will.
that's why I call you here,
I
so
know.
that you can get used to it.
Yeah.
All right,
Then-
Tuesday, whenever you
Can I go
away.
in on Tuesday?
On
Yeah.
Tuesday, it's office hours, so
Okay.
you can come
can
in
I
and
do
ask
that?
questions. $5.
All right. I'll have it.
Okay, have fun with your surgery.
Oh no, I did it already.
Oh, okay, then enjoy your drugs.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. All right, then Katie.
Okay, so you did not meet your prima facie responsibility because you're supposed to have 2 contentions and 3 proofs each. And it's too late to add it now.
Good.
So your proposition was that pennies should be removed from US currency.
Mhm.
You defined penny and US currency, and your contention was that the penny is useless.
Useless, yes.
For your first proof, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. You only gave one piece of evidence, which is a hasty generalization, which is a form of logic, and I don't accept the logical proof. For your second proof, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. For this proof, you just repeated the contention by saying that it's useless, which is begging the question, which is a form of logic, and I don't accept the logical proof.
Good.
And for your last proof, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. And for this one, you only gave one piece of evidence, which is hasty generalization, which is a form of a logic, and I don't accept the logical proof.
Yay. Good job. But again, does saying pennies are hard to spend so people don't bother to use them mean that they're useless?
No.
Just do your drugs.
I was
So we're in a situation where we like the hasty generalization, but it's also blatantly not linking to the contention. So yeah, just be aware of that. My name is Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
What's up? Man, it takes a second here.
Hi, Kyle.
Do your drugs. My proposition, everyone should exercise daily. By everyone, I mean kids or adults. By exercise, I mean running, lifting weights, being active. And by daily, I mean at least 3 times a week, which is not daily, but it's 3 times a week. My contention, exercising is beneficial. My first proof from an excellent source. And do you notice in between the proofs, I pause? Okay, be kind to the negative and do that, because you're going to get all nervous and you're going to go. And that's the end of my first proof. And my second proof is going to, and we're going to go slow down, take a breath. Okay. But excellent source said exercise improves your mood. It decreases feeling of depression, decreases feeling of anxiety, and decreases stress. My second proof from an excellent source says exercise shrinks fat cells in your body, which can lead to weight loss. And with the weight loss, then it decreases your chances of being obese. My last proof from an excellent source says exercise reduces heart disease, it controls cholesterol, and it promotes self-confidence. Now open for cross-X.
Yay.
James.
Okay, so you do not meet your prima facie requirement. You're supposed to give us 2 contentions with 3 proofs each, and it's too late to add it. Your prop was everyone should exercise daily. You define everyone exercising daily. And your contention was exercising is beneficial.
Yep.
For your first proof, did they give us any proof?
Is what they said.
That's anecdotal. I don't accept anecdotal proof. Does exercising cause these benefits?
Yes.
Does exercising cause these benefits all the time?
Ever see a jogger run or smile?
Yeah.
Liar. No, it doesn't.
My time. Okay.
Good.
What percent of the time does exercising cause these benefits?
No idea.
And are there any other causes to these benefits?
Yeah, like Nicole's drugs. Yep.
Okay. Because you have not wrote out alternative causality, I cannot accept your proof. Proof 2, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. And you've only given us 1 form of proof, and that's a form of hasty generalization, and that's another form of logic. and we do not accept illogical proof.
Okay,
And then for proof 3, did they give us any proof?
that's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. And does exercising causes benefits?
Yes,
Does exercising causes benefits all the time?
no,
What percent of the time does exercising cause these benefits?
don't know.
And are there any other causes for these benefits?
Yes,
Okay. Because you have not ruled out alternative causality, I cannot accept your proof.
yay.
Yay.
Okay. Where's a good one? Here's one that's interesting. Okay, my name is Kyle again.
Hi, Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Kyle again.
Again.
Hi, Kyle again.
Thank you, Katie. Okay. My proposition, everyone should drive an electric car. By everyone, I mean all people who can legally drive a vehicle. And by electric car, a car that primarily uses electricity for power. I will contend electric cars produce less emissions than gas cars. My first proof from an excellent source says battery electric vehicles, otherwise known as BEVs for some reason, are representative of those sold today. It produces less than half of the global warming emissions of a comparable gas-powered car, even when the higher emissions associated with BEV manufacturing are taken into consideration. My second proof from an excellent source says electric cars powered by the grid produce less carbon emissions than other vehicles. And my last proof from an excellent source says electric cars cradle to grave carbon emissions, so from a lifetime of the electric car, remained much lower than those of gasoline cars. I'm now open for cross-X, Jacob with a K.
Yay.
Yay.
You failed to meet your prima facie responsibility, Kyle, again. You're supposed to have 2 contentions with 3 proofs each. But it's too late to add it now.
Okay.
Your proposition, everyone should drive an electric car. You defined everyone in electric cars.
Mhm.
Your contention, electric cars produce less emissions than gas cars.
Mhm.
For your first proof, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
It's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. You only gave one form of evidence, which is a hasty generalization, which is a form of logic, and I do not accept illogical proof. For your second proof, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
It's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. For your second proof, you simply repeated the contention, which is begging the contention, which is a form of logic, and I do not accept illogical proof.
Begging the question. Yeah,
Or, yeah. For your third proof, did they give us any proof?
it's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. For your third proof, you also just repeated the contention, which is begging the question, which is a form of logic, and I do not accept illogical proof.
Yay. Minute 12. So plenty of time. Good job. Hi, my name is Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Nancy.
What's up? My proposition, all dogs should be required to get the rabies vaccine. By dogs, I'm talking about a domesticated canine. And the rabies vaccine is a vaccination that can be done yearly or every 3 years to prevent dogs from getting rabies. I will contend requiring all dogs to be vaccinated with the rabies vaccine will decrease rabies exposure and reduce human death. My first proof from an excellent source says there have been 6 reported cases of rabies among dogs. My second proof from an excellent source says rabies is a viral illness that can affect humans and other mammals. The virus infects the central nervous system and almost always results in death. And my last proof comes from an excellent source, which says that rabies is an ever-present virus. It is found on all continents except for Antarctica, and it kills over 55,000 people each year. Now open for cross-X.
Yay.
Thank you, Valeria.
You didn't meet your prima facie responsibility. You didn't have 2 contentions and 3 proofs each, and it's too late to add it now. Your proposition was all dogs should be required to get rabies vaccine.
Mhm.
You defined dogs and vaccine. Your
Mhm.
contention was requiring all dogs to get rabies vaccine will decrease human exposure.
Yep.
For your first proof,
Wait, and reduce deaths.
and reduce deaths.
Mhm.
For your first proof, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. For your first proof, it is begging the question because it doesn't link to the contention, and that's a form of a logic, and I don't accept a logical proof.
Good.
For your second proof, did it give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. And I said it was hasty generalization because they only gave us 1 proof, and that's a form of a logic, and it doesn't. That's a form of a logic, and I don't accept a logical proof. For your third proof, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof. For your third proof, it is begging the question because it doesn't link to the contention, and it's a form of a logic, and I don't accept a logical proof.
Good. All 3 of them beg the question because I have 2 ideas in my contention. So make sure that you only have 1 idea, or if you have 2, that each proof shows both of those ideas. Okay. Okay, everybody talk amongst yourselves for a second. Okay, shut up. All right, so. And by the way, you were at 1:20, Valeria, so you're doing great. All righty, my name is Art.
Hi, Art.
And my proposition, all coal factories should be outlawed. By coal factories, I mean those factories that use coal for their energy source. And by outlawed, I mean the disappear, go away, be illegal. My contention, coal is harmful. My first proof from an excellent source says coal mining and coal burning damages the environment. It releases sulfur dioxide, contributes to acid rain, releases harmful smog, and it affects animals and humans' respiratory and neurological systems. My second proof from an excellent source says there are 7 ways that coal factories affect the wild. They affect wildlife and water sources we depend on. And my last proof from an excellent source says last year, 6.9 million metric tons of carbon dioxide were released from coal plants. Carbon dioxide traps heat, leaving our atmosphere, causing our temperature to increase, which means that the polar ice caps are melting, which means the flow, the north-south flow of cold water and warm water in the Atlantic Ocean is changing drastically. I'm now open for cross-X.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you. Zaylen.
Okay, so to start off, you didn't meet your prima facie responsibility, which is 2 contentions and 3 proofs, and you can't add it now. Your proposition was all coal factories should be outlawed. You
Yes.
defined coal factories and outlawed. Your contention is coal is harmful.
Yep.
For your first proof, did they give us any proof?
That's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. Does coal cause these harms?
Yep.
Does coal cause these harms all the time?
No.
What percent of the time does coal cause these harms?
That I don't know.
Are there any other causes for these harms?
You bet.
Because you have not ruled out alternative causality, I cannot accept your proof.
Okay.
For your second one, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. I got 2 like evidence to, which is hasty generalization, which is a form of illogic, and I cannot accept illogical proof.
Good.
And for your last one, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. And I only got 1 form of evidence, which is hasty generalization as well, which is a form of illogic, and I cannot accept illogical proof. But I also believe that it can be begging the question because it didn't have a contention link.
You think melting polar ice caps isn't harmful?
Oh, my bad. It's repeating it.
There you go. Okay, good. And that last one was a minute 30. So good timing. The last one was a perfect example of a causal chain. Okay, so using coal changes the Atlantic Ocean. That's A and Z. But what is B, C, D, E, F, etc. Okay, so using coal puts out carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide increases the temperature, and the temperature increases because, so that's just a big chain of causation. But there's only one. Okay, it just created carbon dioxide. So good. Good. So everybody's gone twice today, which is nice to see. But did we do the one about smoking while pregnant?
I don't think so.
Okay. Hi, my name's Brandon.
Hi, Brandon.
My proposition is everybody should smoke when they're pregnant. No, it's not. So why? Smoking while pregnant leads to low birth weight, and it doesn't rip and tear you up very much. Okay. So
That makes crack babies.
crack babies, that's it. And Zaylen, where are you again?
Right now, I'm in my uncle's office because my house has no internet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it looks like you're at work.
Yeah, it's my uncle owns a business, so I just come here whenever I don't get reception.
Okay, perfect. All right, so my proposition, it should be illegal to smoke while you're pregnant. My definitions: smoking any tobacco or marijuana product. And by pregnant, duh. Okay, it's being pregnant. My contention: smoking during pregnancy causes health problems for both the mother and the baby. My first proof from an excellent source says smoking in pregnancy results in serious risks for both the woman and the fetus. My second proof from an excellent source says smoking during pregnancy can harm the health of a woman and her unborn baby. Excuse me. And my last proof from an excellent source says smoking during pregnancy not only poses a health risk to the mother, but it also presents serious problems for her unborn baby as well. I'm now open for cross X. Who wants it?
Yay.
Yay.
I'll
Thank you.
take it.
Katie.
You did not meet your prima facie responsibilities. You didn't have 2 contentions and 3 proofs each, and it's too late to add it now.
Mhm,
Your proposition was that it should be illegal to smoke while pregnant.
mhm,
You defined smoke and pregnant,
mhm,
and your contention was that smoking while pregnant will cause health problems for the mother and the baby.
mhm.
For your first proof, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof.
Good.
For this proof, it is begging the question because you simply repeated the contention.
Mhm.
And that is a form of a logic, and I don't accept a logical proof.
James, take over. Good job,
So
Katie,
for proof 2, did they give us any proof?
is what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof.
Good.
And it's begging the question because it's simply repeating the contention, and that's a form of a logic, and we don't accept a logical proof.
Jacob with a K.
Did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I do not accept anecdotal proof. So for this one, it's a hasty. No, I'm kidding. For your third proof, you simply repeated the contention, which is a form of a logic, or that's begging the question. It's a form of a logic, and I do not accept logical proof.
Good. Wake up, you hoser.
Tired.
Yeah, aren't we all? All right, so to finish, because we have a couple of minutes left, my name is Jonathan.
Hi,
Hi,
John.
Jonathan.
So, proposition, everyone should have access to clean air. And by everyone, I mean all human beings, and clean air is breathing air free of pollutants. I will contend polluted air is harmful. My first proof from an excellent source says, in the Sacramento Metropolitan Air Quality Management District, long-term exposure to pollution can result in significant problems, which include, but are not limited to, aggravated asthma, chronic respiratory diseases, and decreased lung function. My second proof from an excellent source, air pollution can be harmful to heart health and make it more likely that people will have a heart attack or a stroke. And my last proof from an excellent source says particle pollution can increase the risk of heart disease, lung cancer, asthma attacks, and can interfere with the growth and work of the lungs. I'm now open for cross X, Valeria.
Yay.
Yay.
Thank you. V, you're muted. Makes it hard to hear you.
You didn't meet your prima facie responsibility. You didn't have 2 contentions and 3 proofs for each, and it's too late to add it now.
Mhm,
Your proposition was everyone should have access to clean air. You defined everyone in clean air.
mhm,
Your contention was polluted air is harmful.
mhm.
For your first proof, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
That's anecdotal, and I don't accept anecdotal proof.
Okay.
Does polluted air cause these harms?
Yes.
Does polluted air cause these harms all the time?
Yes.
What percent of the time
I
does
just said yes.
prove it?
Okay, good. I can't. Go ahead.
When you say prove it, do we keep going or do we?
Yeah, you say prove it, and I say I can't, and then you keep going.
What percent of the time does polluted air cause these harms?
I don't know.
Are there any other causes for these harms?
Oh, you bet.
Because you have not ruled out alternative causality, I cannot accept the proof.
Okay.
For your second proof, did they give us any proof?
Oh, wait a minute. No. It's Zalen's turn now.
Oh.
Sorry, I was packing up. Go ahead.
Okay, so for your second one, did they give us any proof?
Is what they said.
That's anecdotal and I do not accept anecdotal proof.
Okay.
For your first one, it's gonna be begging the question because you just repeated the contention, which is illogic and I cannot accept the logical proof.
Katie, good job, Zalen.
For your third proof, did they give us any proof?
It's what they said.
It's anecdotal and I don't accept anecdotal proof.
Mhm.
Does polluted air cause these harms?
Yes.
Does polluted air cause these harms all the time?
Nope.
What percent of the time does polluted air cause these harms?
Don't know.
Are there other causes for these harms?
Oh, hell no. Nope. Just that.
It's like what happens when they say no.
Valeria,
Yeah.
what do you say?
For what?
Prove it.
Prove it. Good. No, I can't. So yeah, there's probably other causes for particulate matter to screw up your lungs.
Okay, because you have not ruled out alternative causality, I cannot accept
I had to throw you a little bit. You've been doing too well today.
proof.
Okay. So this is the stack of affirmatives we have gone through over the last
I have a
month and a
question.
half. I have an answer.
Okay, so for your last one, you repeated some of the like harms that it caused, like from part one. So can we say
Mhm.
that it's begging the question? Or
No, because it's begging the question is the relationship of the proof to the contention.
okay, so there's
And-
like no problem if they just like repeat it from another website, the same harms?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And so the only thing is it makes it a lot easier on the negative because
Yeah,
what you question on the first one, you're going to do on the second and third
Oh.
as well. So
sounds good. Thank you.
you're welcome. But yeah, so we did all of these, which is amazing. However, next week we start doing it for reals, and I'm going to be putting out an announcement that I will be available Tuesday class time, but it's going to be an office hour. So whatever you want me to look at your affirmative or run a couple of these, I do have a stack of them. But after this, you just show up on the days that you have signed up for, or what would that be, for which you have signed. Okay. And what I'm looking at right now is Valeria's on the 9th, Zalen's on the 9th. Jacob with a K's on the 16th and Katie's on the 18th. So that's the day you are going to do both your third affirmative and your first cross X. You're going to cross X somebody else's affirmative. The key issue here is that I have no fucking idea what I was going to say. The key issue, oh yeah, get your third and fourth affirmatives done. Then all you got to do is show up for 2 more class dates, okay? And you can concentrate then on the other classes that are going to be going. We need to cover 5 chapters this week, so. All right, so get them done. And if you want, let me check them for you. But the biggest thing that you can do when you're done with your affirmatives is to cross-X yourself. And if you're finding illogic, get rid of it. So far, people have been sending me stuff that used websites as experts. That's blatant inappropriate authority, which is too easy to rip up. Okay. Also, people are stopping. There's a lot of hasty generalizations going on. So cross-X yourself and you'll discover it just as much as sending it to me, but you can do both. Okay. All right. Well, go out and enjoy. Have yourself some fun out there. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay out of trouble. Bye, James. Say bye to your buddy. Okay.